Last 20 years, I am traveling around the world. In 2003, I started traveling. After enough research, I am making all these statements. Please realize the truth behind every statement I am making. Hindus are the most contributing people and most peace-loving people in the whole world. The very ecosystem of Hinduism is life positive, contributing, loving, peace-loving. 2000 years of economic history in one chart I am producing, I am showing you. Hindus were producing 40% of the world GDP. So understand this. And even now, we Hindus are the richest ethnic minority in every country we settled. We are the richest ethnic minority in every country we settled. Whether USA or Canada, UK or Trinidad Tobago or Mauritius or Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Hindus are the richest ethnic minority in any country we settled. Next. All minority Hindus, please Google top 10 contributing CEOs of the world and top 100 contributing CEOs and top 100 terrorists of the world. Just Google. You will understand Hinduism by its very ecosystem is intensely contributing. I'll give you even few names. We just got the top 25. In the top 25, 15 are Hindus. 15 are Hindus. And I don't want to show the names of terrorists. You Google and find. Next. The list of Hindus leading governments all over the world. I am giving you the list. Next. Hindus in America. I am giving you some of the statistics. Next. Hindus in America is the lowest diverse rate. I am giving you the chart to prove the lowest diverse rate. Hindus in America. Next. The highest education, highly educated. 96% have college degrees. In US, I am giving you the statistics. The next. Hindus in America, highest individual income. Highest individual income. Next. Here I am giving you some more facts. Hindus are the happiest people in UK. The studies are confirming. Many facts I presented in last few days meetings. I am presenting it with evidences and proofs. Next. Wherever we go and settle down, we are intense and life positive. It is not accident or coincidental. It is sincere, intense, hard work of our Hindu visionaries, Vedic rishis, from Paramashiva. From Paramashiva beginning, all the rishis, Vedic visionaries, incarnations, It is their sincere hard work. Literally, our very genes carry this great value-based lifestyle. As I say, Hinduism neither believes in conversion nor believes in terrorism. It is just greatest life science, greatest science about life. Our very genes carry the science of enlightenment. Here I am giving you some of the facts and the statistics. I'll share it with you all, and we can have the Vakyartha Sadas and Jivartha Sadas for next few days on these subjects. The next. Why Kailasa? Listen. From Paramashiva, all the great visionaries of Hinduism gave this value-based, superconsciousness-based lifestyle and civilization to us. We are responsible for preserving, reviving, promoting, passing this ecosystem, this great science of enlightenment to the next generation. Next. Anything we get from our ancestors as a heritage, we don't have a right to destroy it. We are bound to keep it alive and pass it to the next generation. So we need Hindu nation to keep this tradition alive and revive what we lost and promote, share with the whole world. We Hindus need to wake up and realize just building temples alone are not enough to pass this great science, this great enlightenment ecosystem called Hinduism. We need to make the Hindu nation. We need to make the Hindu nation to keep this great science alive and pass it on to the next generation. Next. Building temples is in our very breath. It's in our genes. We are a temple-based civilization. But temple building may be great but not enough. Here I am giving you some of the statistics. Why Hindu temples are alone not enough to spread the knowledge and importance of Hinduism and to contribute to the world. Here I am giving you some of the statistics. Next. 57% either seldom or never participate in religion. We need to provide an ecosystem where people are inspired to experience Hinduism. Next. It is time we should decide to preserve what we received from our ancestors, and we need to revive whatever we lost. See, last 200 years, the land area we existed has shrunk to less than 40%. Sorry, if we were in 100 square kilometer, I'm giving you an example, we shrunk to 40. We lost more than 60% of the land. Even this 40 is not constitutionally Hinduism, where we are allowed to live under the secular constitution. Even that is only 40% we retain, 60% we lost it completely. It is time we should decide to preserve what we received from our ancestors, and we revive whatever we lost last 1,000 years. We also lost so much. We can't afford to lose anymore. We can't afford to lose anymore. We can't afford to lose anymore. Next. We need Kailasa where Veda Agamas are constitution, where Dharmashastras are jurisprudence, where Manusmriti and Arthashastras are Hindu economic principles, where Hindu universities act as knowledge transmission units, with Hindu libraries acts as a storehouse of the authentic knowledge repositories, promotion of Hindu compliance products, services, utilities and professionals, preservation and promotion of Hindu medicine. All this is needed. Standardization of the Hindu services is needed. According to AICTE, the ancient universities of India, the center had 8 separate compounds, 10 temples, meditation halls, classrooms, lakes and parks. It had 9-story library where monks meticulously copied books and documents so that individual scholars could have their own collections. It had dormitories for students, perhaps the first for an educational institution, housing 10,000 students in the university heyday and providing accommodations for 2,000 professors. Nalanda University attracted pupils from and scholars from Korea, Japan, China, Tibet, Indonesia, Persia and Turkey. So understand, it is time we revive Hindu universities. 9 million manuscripts were burnt. The burning of the library continued for several months and smoke from the burning manuscripts hung for days like dark pall over the low hills. These are some of the persecution Hindus went through. Culturally, medically, economically, socially, politically, in every field, the great Hindu heritage need to be preserved, and whatever we lost need to be revived. It all needs to be made user-friendly and easily accessible and available to the world. It's time we do it. For all this large work, we need Kailasa nation. Fortunately, by the grace of Paramashiva, Paramashiva himself, already made Kailasa happen. We are connecting all the lands in which we got. Some countries have given us a small piece of land with autonomous status. Some countries have given with a nominal sovereignty. And we are stitching all of that legally and making a legitimate body called United States of Kailasa. It's happening by the grace of Paramashiva. As I said, it is time. All Hindus, please wake up. Sincerely, I am requesting all Hindus, please wake up. It is time we build Hindu nation Kailasa.